Hello and welcome to a new video on Jester of Blades, this time titled Quo Vadis Jester. Because I have a lot of projects, probably too many projects to actually carry myself, but then again that's me. But I realized I never put anything out there to give you guys an overview about the projects that I do and that I currently work on. And I think this is important for you to see what will the future of Jester of Blades bring. And I also wanted to you be able to participate on the joy that I have on Jester of Blades, and maybe gain a little bit of insight on why it is that I founded Jester of Blades as a company. So to start off, the first project that I'm working on at the moment is the Dasek project. And by Dasek, I do not mean the wooden ones that you can already buy on my shop and which are a formidable training tool, but I mean the high-tech skeletonized aluminium Daseks, which I have one here. Now this is a prototype, I have to say, and we are not yet finished in the development of these high-strength aluminium prototype leather aluminium compound Daseks. So if you can see here, there is a stabilizer up top, there is a stabilizer down under, and there is a leather blade in the middle here. And we plan to bring these to the market big time. However, some tests are still to be run. For example, we are trying to implement using rubber blades like this one here. This was kindly sent to me by Tom Hodges from Faceless Fencer, who agreed to support us on implementing these rubber blades on the Dasek blades, because we had some issues with the blades ripping, and he might just have the answer that we're looking for. So these will come to the market one way or the other. We don't know if we will use the rubber blades in the final product or if we'll stick with leather blades, but they will come in the very near future. Maybe there will be a choice between the two blade types, and maybe there will even be the opportunity for you to build your own blades, upgrade your own Daseks. I plan to implement, you can see here that the handle is quite flat. I plan to implement handle scales on there that you can build yourself or buy from Jester of Blades, and then screw on there, have your handle fit a lot better into your hand. So, project number one. And as I said, near to completion. Project number two is already standing behind me. You might be able to see the halberd. It's built in roughly the same way as these Daseks, and this is the first prototype behind me. I've been doing some testing on it, and I have to say it put a smile on my face when swinging it around. This thing is just cool, and I'm now doing a tour through Germany the next week to a couple of fencing clubs, visiting people and getting their opinion on this first prototype, and then implementing the changes that they see, fixing problems that they see. And I will be visiting Christian, the one who originally came up with this project and has been working on this project together with me. And I will be visiting him the next week and get his opinion on the halberd, try some things out, try some techniques, and then let's see how it performs in the battle. And then, of course, there is the next project. This one is also a blade made by Christian Stickel. And he approached me with a new, very cool idea, but I have not gotten around to put a lot of time into this at the moment. But I have some parts already here. And this project is called Mr. Bones. Because, you can see here, the stabilizers for the messer are shaped like a bone, or like bones. And the nagel that you see here, and which is also the reason why I stopped this project, this will become a skull. Like, literally, this nagel will have the shape of a skull in it. Also, the cross guard, if you can see it, it has the shape of a bone. So very, very cool project, and I'm really looking forward to getting this out there. As I said, I have the stabilizers already finished, but I haven't found the time to invest on machining the nagel, which is a pity. But then again, I will get to this after I finish the helmet off. And then we come to another point. And I'm getting a little bit emotional here because this is the reason why I originally founded Jester of Blades. The reason I founded Jester of Blades is I'm fascinated by swords. I always was fascinated by swords. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I had the pleasure to have my first original sword in hand. Like the first original, like 500 years old sword from the Middle Ages, the real thing. And I had the pleasure to measure it and build a complete CAD model of the sword. And I was studying mechanical engineering at the time, which might be the reason why I developed a CAD model of it. But then it came to my mind, how would it be if you could CNC machine a sword, and you can see the model behind me. How would it be if you could CNC machine this very blade? Like, you have the measures, it will exactly behave like the real thing. It will exactly be like the model you had in hand. It will exactly behave like a historical sword. And I don't know if you guys find this idea as exciting as I do. To get a blade that actually has the soul, I nearly said, but the original feel of the original blade, because it's one-to-one machined out of the same CAD model, which has the same measures, which automatically leads to it having the same weight distribution and having the same proportion as the original sword. And this project is going to start soon. I have approached different people, different manufacturers, because this is a little bit too big for me and my machine that I have in the shop. So I need all the help I can get. But I have approached a couple of manufacturers, and I have had one that has said, yes, cool project, get on with it. We'll be there to machine it for you. So Isegrimma 2.0, yes, there has been a first try. Isegrimma 2.0 is finally becoming reality, and this is the reason why I am here. This is the reason why I founded Jester of Blades. I can't bring it to you like what I'm feeling in this very moment. But this manufacturer said to me, all right, get along with it. We'll support you as much as we can getting this done, getting this machined. Yeah. And then there is another topic, because a replica is sharp and you can't really use it in your daily training, or at least you have to use a very cautious approach for using it in training at all. But as the mechanical engineer I am, I have a very good understanding of the physical properties of what describes the dynamic behavior of objects that move in space. That is to say, by the magic of CAD and some mathematics, I will be able to convert the model of the sharp blade that you see behind me into a model of a blunt blade that might not have exactly the same properties as the sharp replica, but it will have a very, very, very close feel to the original thing. That means you can have a blunt sword for your daily training and a sharp sword that feels exactly the same like your daily training sword. And for the more experienced people, and I guess sharp swords should only address the more experienced people out there, I don't have to explain for you what this means for your training and your training progress. So, very, very exciting future for Jester of Blades. This is why I am here. This is why I founded Jester of Blades. And I can only say it again, I'm so excited to finally start this project and finally get to the goal that I'm aiming at with Jester of Blades, becoming a high quality manufacturer of replica swords and training swords that really feel like the replica and complement your training style that way. So I hope I could give you some insights on what it is I do at the moment, what projects I have. And if you like the video, as always, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up on Facebook maybe as well, follow my social media, you name it, and have fun playing out there. And until next time on Jester of Blades.